When I came off benzos, I was fueled with anger. I was angry at the doctors. I was angry at, all of psychiatry. I was angry at psychologists. I was angry at the government for allowing this. I was angry at myself for uh, allowing this, for not being smarter. How was I so stupid to trust this doctor? How was I so stupid not to do more research? I was angry at myself. I was angry at myself for having what I thought was a faulty wired brain, for sort of somehow being damaged. And I had psychiatrists and heard doctors say things like that. Oh, you're so young, so damaged. And it made me so angry. I really was building up resentment. And the whole time, your symptoms are getting worse. You're going through hell. I mean, benzo is not a quick process. It's not a 2-week sweat it out process. So there I was, almost 2 years, about 2 years, just going down the river of hell, floating down the river of hell, essentially, being hit by hurricane after hurricane after hurricane. And it just made me more angry as I went. Because the longer the trip went and the harder it was, the more all my resentments grew. And then I became angry that family didn't understand better, that friends couldn't understand it. I remember walking through Walmart and having almost a panic attack, and then having a good friend say, well, why are you afraid of Walmart? He just didn't get it. It's Walmart. Why are you afraid of this? I said, well, I'm not afraid of Walmart. This makes no sense to me any more than it makes any sense to you. So, I just was flooded with this stuff. And really it was a manifestation of depression, because one of the symptoms of depression is irritability and anger and feelings of hopelessness, feelings of despair, negative self-image, negative thoughts of who I am and my life and my purpose, lack of meaning. These were just fueling what I was going through. And I bring all this up because I see a lot of my clients going through this. I see a lot of you going through it. And it's one of these things where it's a silent killer. Like they say, stress is a silent killer. Well, anger is one of those silent killers of benzo recovery. It's there under the surface. You usually don't even see it. It doesn't seem like a symptom of anything. It seems like a symptom, but it seems like an acceptable symptom. Oh, it's anger. It's not like I need to treat agoraphobia or panic. It's just anger. It's understandable. And it is understandable. I mean, it really is. However, anger is toxic. I mean, it does nothing to help us. It's only self-defeating. It only demotivates us. It only increases stress. It only promotes more cortisol release and adrenaline. It just promotes lack of sleep. I mean, how many times have you guys laid in bed and you can't sleep and you get angry? Like, God damn it, another night of not sleeping. I'm so over this benzo shit. Excuse my language. I just realized I suddenly am swearing in my videos. But hey, I think everybody can relate to what I'm saying right now with anger. Has anyone got out of this thing and not been consumed with anger at some point? But my point is, we have to find a way to let it go. And this sort of feeds back into my other video about accepting the present moment, but not surrendering necessarily, not giving up, I should say, to the benzo crisis you're in. No, you're in a crisis. You got to fight your way out. But you surrender. It's a weird, almost contradictory state. And fighters understand this. They're going to the ring. They're going to fight. They're surrendering to the fact that they have to do this. Therefore, able to regain control of their anxiety of the situation. But by no means are they walking to that ring or that cage just completely relaxed, just surrendered, given up. No, they're ready to fight. But at the same time, they know that if they fight against the currents of the situation itself, that would just burn them up. That anxiety and fear would just engulf them. Now, again, benzo is very similar. We have to somehow let go of this anger. We have to find reason. And I think this happens through the process of finding meaning and purpose in what we're suffering. Why are we going through this? Well, the why is not so much important as how do we get better and what do we do after? And I'll tell you, the silver lining of this thing is, I've seen it with myself and so many other people, many of my clients, is we can get better. Not just better than we healed from the benzo, but better than we were before we took the benzo. We could quite literally level up, lose weight, change our lifestyle, get healthier. Benzo doesn't have to be the end. Anger is release in finding meaning. Hey everyone, thanks for watching and listening. Please click the like and subscribe button if you enjoyed the content. And be sure to check out my book on Amazon, The Powers Manual, Benzo Guide to Recovery.